Hello. Um, Today we're going to make a very interesting video on a topic that I think a lot of people enjoy. I believe I'll enjoy it as well. A couple days ago we did a video on my cicada shell collection. Everybody liked that, so I'm going to do a very similar video today. We're going to look at my insect collection. I have a lot to go through here today. I also have my cicada shell collection up there. We're going to go through all these collections through here, and yeah, I don't think there's much to say about it. Alright, so we're going to push that to the side before we start with the bigger collections. We're going to look at the small collections. These two here are some Eastern Hercules beetles, a male and a female, so I got basically everything to do with this exact species, so pretty nice. This here is a damselfly, a dragonfly larva, I believe, and a dragonfly. I like this with its iridescent colors. Here is the biggest dragonfly I've ever found. Ever. I don't know, there's probably bigger ones, but if anybody knows what species this is, you can let me know in the comments. I'll let you look at it if you need to. It's got kind of a, maybe like a reddish hue to it, but mainly brown and some green stripes on its thorax there. Anyhow, here's another one very similar to the first one in those two little containers. This is believe a reddish brown stag beetle. There is a male and a female. Very nice. Okay, let's look at this. This here is a Japanese maple display. Have its seeds, some sticks, and a little information card, and a leaf here. Not an insect collection, but I thought it'd be interesting to show. Okay, let's go ahead and move to our first bigger collection. This here is I'm not sure what this was used for, but I repurposed it for insects. Most people kill their insects using some kind of poisonous liquid. I don't. I just find them. Here's a Japanese beetle. Very nice. A yellow jacket there. A click beetle. I'm not sure what kind of beetle it is. I want to say it's a bombardier beetle, but I'm not sure. Yellow jacket. Oops. A ladybug. Another one of them beetles. Millipede. Lightning bug. Or firefly, some people call them. Bumblebee. Or maybe it's not bumblebee. Maybe a carpenter bee. Another one of them. Two Japanese. Two. Dang it, what do you call them things? June beetles. Can't ever remember the name of these things. They look like a June beetle, but. And then I don't know what kind that is. Millipede. A plant hopper. Pearl copper. Some kind of wasp there. And an empty slot. Cast it down. Some kind of maybe soldier beetle, not sure. A fly and a spider there. I found them fighting and blew them up with fires. That's how they ended up in here. I'm not sure what little kind of insects those are. Some kind of little fruit fly or something like that. Tiny in comparison to some of these other ones. Anyhow, some kind of wasp there, or not wasp, some kind of bee. Wow, look at that one. Look at that one. Whoa. I forgot I had that one. That's a beautiful, I guess, bee? I don't think it's a fly. I guess it's a bee. Wow, look at the iridescent color on that thing. Wow. Jumping spider, June beetle, hornet, beautiful moth there. June beetle. Alright, and then this strip right here. So we got a hornet, maybe a mud dabber of some kind, a spider, and then a bunch of wasps, which I'll slow down for you, but it's just wasps. You know, ladybugs, I'm pretty sure, some kind of them. I think that's a housefly, yep. I'm not sure what, I think they're called parasitic wasps, but and then they have this kind of very long, I believe that's an ovipositor. Probably means it's a female, though. I guess for sure means it is, but this here is a queen ant of some kind of reddish orange ones. I don't know what you call them. And then I found a black one, which I believe is a carpenter ant. I don't know if they're both considered carpenter ants or not, but some kind of queen ant of the black variety. A Asian needle ant, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Some kind of very large carpenter ant. Or, there's a velvet ant, which is, I believe it's some kind of velvet ant. Which is not a kind of ant. It is actually a kind of wasp. This here is another queen ant. A very large ant. That might be a queen ant without its wings. Alright. Let's go ahead and move to our next collection. Okay. This collection here is what I consider mainly my beetle and a few other smaller ones here. So, a couple carpenter bees, I believe. Maybe a bumblebee. I think they're not bumblebees, but anyhow. Then we have some of these beetles here. Can't remember the name of them things for the life of me, but Eastern eye click beetle and a, I don't know, some kind of beetle. And there's some gear or wheel bugs. I think most people call them wheel bugs. I call them gear bugs here and there. Here's some katydids. A dragonfly, crab, and a sand flea, or mole crab. There's another dragonfly larva and some old dragonflies. It looks like they could have seen some better days. Anyhow, some kind of larva found out in a creek. I don't remember, but it's like exoskeleton, so I don't remember what kind of insect that is, to be honest with you. Some hornets, about 5 hornets there. 2 June beetles, some rove beetles, I think. Another Eastern eye click beetle, much larger one. And a prionid, a prionoid beetle. Prionid, I think it's prionid, I'm not sure. I think they're a kind of longhorn beetle. Anyhow, got one of those. Alright, let's go ahead and move this collection on. Don't need to stick around with that one too long. Alright, here's our one before our last collection, my newest collection, so it's coming along. Here is a mantis exoskeleton, a praying mantis, whatever you want to call them. This is not a dead insect itself, but this is a shedding of one. So like a snake sheds, that's how that is. Excuse me. Anyhow, this here is kind of dragonfly, I'm not sure, but I love that yellow coloration on it. Some kind of silk moth. I like that one a lot, very pretty. Not sure what kind of moth that is, just a common, moth you see on your back porch and you gotta lie down. Anyhow, this here is a Eastern tiger swallowtail, and here is a much better condition one. Wow. Look at that thing. Now that belongs in a real, professional collection there. Okay, here we go. This is a spicebush swallowtail, I'm pretty sure. And there's another one here. Now that you can see it, there's some kind of a fishing spider. What I was trying to say. These 3 here are very similar species. If they're not the same species, they're the same subspecies, I believe. Damselflies. And then this is a black horsefly And I believe these are all kind of deer fly. I don't think, maybe that one's a horsefly, but I believe this is the only horsefly in here. I might be wrong, but I think these are deer flies. This here is a robber fly, and then a bunch of wasps of different kinds. Look through some of them. And then I've also got this one here, I believe is another kind of parasitic wasp, I think. It actually stung me before I was able to kill it, I think on my thumb there. But it doesn't hurt because it doesn't have a very potent sting, I believe. Okay, let's move along. Alrighty, now we've made it about halfway through the video, so we can look at these. This is my cicada shell collection, or part of it. I'm planning on taking those bigger ones out of here and putting them in this coming collection I'm going to show you. Like I discussed in the last, the cicada shell collection, the last video, whatever, is, cicadas are my favorite insect, and their relatives are as well. Alright, here we go. My final collection. These are some annual cicadas. Some of them have seen better days, but, you know, I collected as many of them as I could because I love these things. But, anyhow, that top one corner right there, that one right there, best one probably. Some other ones there. Kind of move along. That one's seen some better days for sure. This, I think, is, yeah, this is my biggest cicada, like, adult cicada, or is it this one? No, it's this one. This one's my biggest adult cicada I have. Look at that thing compared to my thumb. Look at that. That's a massive cicada right there. I don't know. I guess they're a type of annual cicada, but they're massive, these two. Anyhow, there must be some subspecies. Here is another annual cicada. I'm going to show you that one up there in a second, because that's my favorite thing in any of my insect collections. That one's seen better days for sure. Here's one. This one is a very nice condition annual cicada. This cicada seems that before it could reach its adult stage, this cicada had been killed or eaten by ants in some way, and it died. Kind of sad. These two here are, they're not cicadas, they are crawfish, or crayfish, however you want to say. They're temporary in this collection right now. Here's two very interesting ones. These here are lantern flies, spotted lantern flies. Now, if you guys ever see any of these, if you guys ever grow gardens or anything like that, your neighbors grow gardens, you probably want to get rid of these. They're very harmful to crops, trees, everything. They're invasive here in North America, but they are very beautiful. So I guess if you have an insect collection or you want to start an insect collection, just get you some cases, something like Hobby Lobby, and stick them in there. They're nice. Yeah. Let's not look at that one yet. You've already seen it, but let's not look at it yet. Here's some more with their wings closed up. This is very interesting. I found the cicada on a, I guess, moth's cocoon. That's very interesting to me. Here's a normal average size cicada shell, a smaller one for the, I guess, Brood X, I believe. Done some research and listening to the comments and everything. Here's another one, and then this is my prized possession. Of course, it's got a mark over top of it, dirt, something like that. My prized possession. This is the only red-eyed cicada I have. Look at that. Or I guess it's periodical cicada. The only periodical cicada I have. Oh, the grand finale. Wow. This here is my favorite insect collection. There it is. And I'm planning on putting maybe one of the big ones if I can get it in there, or I'll put it there. The bigger cicada shells. Okay. I think that'll do it for this video. Alright. So, I hope you liked this video. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I was thinking of some stuff. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed this video. I sure did myself. Leave a comment, leave a like, whatever you guys want to do. Yeah.